Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again, good afternoon once again, good evening once again, from the different parts of the world, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to the Izekson Hamidu YouTube Sports channel, where we take coverage of the different sport events that are taking place in the entire globe. Previously, we have been dealing mostly on the Premier League of football. Even currently, football is taking place, but there are some few highlights that are taking place over there. And the biggest headline as per this week or per this weekend, as I welcome you back from such a healthy weekend, was about the US Open. Previously, yesterday, I had given analysis about the wrap-up of how the female US Open went after Coco Gauff had to beat Ariana Sabalenka to win her maiden US Open amidst a huge crowd in her home country. But as I told you before, even yesterday, that the biggest headline was about Novak Djokovic's preparation with one win away from equaling the great Margret Courts, and even with one win away to making or to tie up the great Margret Courts, that is in Grand Slams in this Open era. So that was the biggest headline before the match. However, the match was played yesterday. As I anticipated, that's how things went. I told you that we as Novak Djokovic's fans, we would like this title to go into our hands. And the biggest man, or the greatest of all time, did not disappoint yesterday. Still, as he had to showcase his superiority against third seed, that is Daniel Mendev in US, to make it level with the great Margret Courts of Australia. Those are 24 Grand Slams level, 2 away from Rafael Nadal and 4 away from Roger Federer, who has 20, Rafael Nadal has 22, and now Djokovic came into this final with 23 Grand Slams, leveling. That means was level with Serena Williams, but now is ahead in this Open era with 24 Grand Slam titles. How did it happen? What are some of the talking points? What had to be done for that? So as Novak Djokovic executes the power of his hands and talent to go ahead of the resilient Daniel Mendev, the Russian, the 27-year-old man. As I told you yesterday, that it was power against experience, that this youth man, that is Daniel Mendev, has power. However, the old man, the old 36-year-old Serbian, had experience, and he knew how to deal with these youths. So he had to maneuver and go past ahead of Daniel Mendev. And we are so grateful, we as fans of Novak Djokovic, for what he did yesterday. However, you have to remember that a game is fair play. Anyone can win, anyone can lose. I gave an insight way back in 2021 when Daniel Mendev had to stop Novak Djokovic from winning the maiden Grand Slam. The maiden Grand Slam is when you win all 4 Grand Slam titles. That is the Australian, the French Open, the Wimbledon, and the US Open. Novak Djokovic had won the Australian, had won the French, had won the Wimbledon. So on the last Grand Slam was beaten to deny him. So it was payback or revenge. But as per analysis, and as I anticipated, I told you earlier on that this third seed, Daniel Mendev, it would be a tug of war to beat 2 second and first, so that to secure his second Grand Slam title. Previously, he has only 1 Grand Slam title, so he had a tough semi-final against Carlos Alcaraz, previously the world #1, but currently now we have stepped ahead of him as we fans of the Serbian Novak Djokovic. Now we are seeded #1 again. after some few times without being on top. Daniel Medvedev had a tough semi-final compared to Novak Djokovic, because Novak Djokovic had somehow a slighter semi-final when he was playing against Stefan, the American younger boy. So it was easier for him to reserve some power for the final compared to Daniel Medvedev, who had two big stars ahead of him. That is world number one before, Carlos Alcaraz, the reigning Wimbledon champion, who had just beaten Novak Djokovic, or denied Novak Djokovic in Wimbledon to level up the great Margret Courts, until the man had to utilize captivity, endurance, skill, emphasis, and sorts of resilience to make it happen this year. However, for this time, when Daniel Medvedev landed on Novak Djokovic, had to showcase skill and power, so he was the winner. What are some of the talking points? That currently in this new Open era, Novak Djokovic is level with the great Margret Courts of Australia on 24 Grand Slam titles. But there are some few moments that I had from one or the runner-up, that is Daniel Medvedev, the Russian, when he was talking in his run-up speech. He stated, or was talking openly to Novak Djokovic, stating that, when will you ever slow down? It's as if they thought that this 36-year-old man is having plans to retire, but I think he is like wine now. The older he goes, the sweeter he becomes. So that's how things are becoming for Novak Djokovic. We hope that come next year, he has more titles to go ahead of him. He only needs one ahead of the four to go past the great Margret Courts. Well, this is a level up. That's very good. But he has to make his own history, not to be tied up with somebody. Unless otherwise, I think he will make it. But also Novak Djokovic had his statement after this game. Remember, he hit Daniel Medvedev in 5 straight sets. The first one was within 48 minutes. That was quite simple. But the second one, Daniel Medvedev had a resilience moment when he had to extend this set to 104 points. That's almost 1 hour and 46 minutes. That means that shows the power of the game, or how equipped these two gentlemen were on the tie-up, or to showcase, or to put an epic final that everybody loved, as we tennis fans, as we fans of Novak Djokovic, and also other fans of Daniel Medvedev, fans of the great Rafael Nadal, and etc., to showcase how the game is becoming healthier and more healthier, despite the fact that the old legends are getting away, but still the newcomers are also showcasing skill. The likes of Daniel Medvedev, the likes of Alexander Zverev, Dominic Thiem, all showcasing talent, or Carlos Alcaraz, to showcase what they can do, or to showcase that the game of tennis is going to the next level. However, in a big up or a memory of the great Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers, Novak Djokovic had to wear the tour. I think that is a tour that is from down to up, labeled number 24, remembering the great Kobe Bryant, who we lost as we sports fans in an air crash some time back. Let his memory rest in peace, and his soul rest in peace. Novak Djokovic had a statement that the reason why I'm putting on this 24 is not only that I've made up 24 Grand Slam titles, but this is the great number that was won by my dearest friend, Kobe Bryant. In times when I had injuries, he was there to comfort me, to showcase me love, and also empower me that I can do something out of this game and become one of the greats. In the big up still, towards the game of tennis, Novak Djokovic had a statement to say that this tennis has made my life very different, that before I wasn't like this. I was born in Serbia in a war memorial time, when everybody was on and off running times. So it's this tennis that has showcased me to the world. So I big up respect to the tennis federation and the entire fans who have showcased me love ever since I came. I remember he first won his first maiden Grand Slam title. That was in 2008. Ever since then, has never let down or has never slowed down, and we expect more fire out of this 36-year-old sub. Like, follow, comment, share, as always, as I, Zekson Amidu, the Sports Encyclopedia, keeps updating you with the different sporting events, updates, news, trending news that are all over the entire globe. Till yours, I'm out for now.